Welcome to yet another lecture on an important topic from fluid dynamics. In this lecture, we will discuss how to derive von Karman momentum integral equation and also discuss its applications. Von Karman momentum integral equation is an extremely important equation in the context of boundary layer studies. It is used to find the wall shear stress, usually denoted by tau wall or tau suffix 0, local skin friction coefficient denoted by C suffix fx, average coefficient of drag C suffix d, etc. And these values can be found out from a given velocity profile for the boundary layer. Now consider a flat, thin stationary plate and over which flow of a fluid with free stream velocity u infinity occurs. This is unobstructed flow velocity u infinity. We know that in the vicinity of the stationary solid boundary, the flow pattern gets modified. In a narrow region in the vicinity of the stationary solid surface, there will be large velocity gradients, and this narrow region is referred to as boundary layer. Within this boundary layer, the flow velocity is considerably reduced. That is, the flow velocity increases from 0 at the stationary solid surface because of the no slip condition to the free stream velocity just outside the boundary layer. See, this curve is representing the edge of the boundary layer. At the edge of the boundary layer, every point will be having a flow velocity equal to 99% of the free stream velocity because of the asymptotic variation. For deriving von Karman momentum integral equation, we will consider a control volume like this. Say A dash, B dash, B, which is finite in the y direction, that is normal to the plate, and it is infinitesimally small in the x direction. That means this dx, which is representing the length AB, that is very small, whereas A dash, that is a finite dimension, that actually represents the boundary layer thickness at a distance x from the leading edge of the plate. A dash is equal to delta, that is the boundary layer thickness. U infinity is the free stream velocity of the unobstructed flow. Now consider this magnified view of the control volume. A dash, B dash, B, and you have a three-dimensional figure over here for a better understanding. See, what essentially we will do is we will apply Newton's second law of motion for the flow through the control volume. That is the rate of change of momentum undergone by the flow as it proceeds through the control volume A dash, B dash, B, and that will be equated to the force causing this change in momentum flux. Now consider A dash, B dash, B. Let the width of the plate be uniform and is equal to small letter b, and here AB is equal to dx. A dash is equal to delta. Now consider an elementary strip like this, PQ, at a distance of small y from the surface of the stationary plate, having a thickness dy, so that the area of the elemental strip PQ will be equal to the width into the thickness dy. So B into dy is the area of the elemental strip. And at a distance of y, as you can see in this velocity profile, the velocity increases from 0 at the solid surface to the free stream velocity just outside the boundary layer. On the boundary layer, that is, this velocity vector represents 0.99 times u infinity. So at a distance of y, let the velocity be equal to small u. So what is the mass flux through this elemental strip? And from that we will be able to find out the mass flux or mass flow rate of fluid entering the phase A dash. A dash means this rectangular phase A dash, A1 dash, A1, that is the phase you have to consider. Now we will make a mass balance. The control volume A dash, B is drawn over here in a 2D pattern. So mass flux in must be equal to mass flux out. That's mass flow rate m dot A dash is the left phase, plus the mass flow rate through the top phase now. See, the top phase of the boundary layer is A dash, B dash. So the mass flow rate entering through that will be m dot A dash, B dash. And then the mass flow rate outside the control volume, going out of the control volume, that is through the right phase B dash. So that is represented by m dot B dash. So if you consider the top phase, it is this one, A dash, A1 dash, B1 dash, B dash. See, that is the top phase. And there will not be any mass flow rate through or across the phase AB, as this phase represents the stationary non-porous plate. So there will not be any flow across the phase AB. So there can be flow through these three phases only, m dot A dash, m dot A dash B dash, and m dot B dash. So we will make a balance like this. The mass flow rate entering into the control volume, that will be through the phases A dash and the top phase A dash, B dash, while the mass flow rate going out of the control volume, that is m dot B dash. Now we will consider that elemental area. Elemental area, as I told you before, that is having area B dy and the mass flow rate through that. Mass density into area into flow velocity will be the mass flux. So let the density be rho, area is B into dy, and the flow velocity through the elemental strip, that is small u. So rho into B dy into u, that will be the mass flux through the elemental area B dy. Now the elemental area is the part of the left face A dash. So in order to get the mass flow rate through the entire face A dash, we will integrate the mass flow rate through the elemental area over the boundary layer thickness. See, A dash is equal to delta. So here we have the mass flow rate through the left face A dash, that is equal to integral 0 to delta rho u B dy. Let it be equation number 1. Mathematically, using Taylor series expansion, you can find out the mass flow rate through the phase B dash. Mass flow rate through the phase, right side phase B dash, will be equal to the mass flow rate through A dash plus an incremental change that is happening after the distance dx, over the distance dx. So m dot B dash is equal to m dot A dash plus dou by dou x of m dot A dash over the length dx. Now m dot A dash, we got it already, integral 0 to delta rho u B dy. So just substitute over here. So you will get m dot B dash, that is the mass flux through the right side phase, will be equal to integral 0 to delta rho u B dy plus dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta rho u B dy over the length dx. So let it be equation number 2. We have already made a mass balance, that is m dot a dash plus m dot a dash b dash will be equal to m dot b b dash. So the mass flux entering the control volume through the top face a dash b dash will be equal to the difference between m dot b b dash and m dot a dash. So m dot a dash b dash is equal to m dot b b dash minus m dot a dash. So if you take the difference between 2 and 1, that is 2 minus 1, the first term integral 0 to delta rho u b dy, that will be getting cancelled and you will be getting this incremental part alone. So that is mass flux entering through the face a dash b dash, the top face, into the control volume, that is equal to dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta rho u b dy into dx. Let it be equation number 3. Actually we found out all these mass flow rate, 3 mass flow rates through the left side face, through the right side face and the top face, in order to find out the momentum flux. So the momentum flux or the rate of momentum change through each of these phases a dash, as the flow passes through each of these phases a dash, b dash and a dash b dash. So the momentum rate, so that you can call momentum flux. So momentum flux, let it be capital M dot for time being, that is equal to the mass flow rate m dot multiplied by the corresponding flow velocity. So now momentum flux through the elemental area b dy. So we already know the momentum flux, mass flux through the elemental area, that is rho u b into dy, this one, multiplied by the velocity of flow while it proceeds through the elemental area, that is small letter u. So mass flux through the elemental area into the velocity of flow through the elemental area, that will give you the momentum flux through the elemental area, that is rho u b dy into u, that is rho u square b dy. Now for the elemental area, this is the momentum flux. Now the momentum per second of the flow or momentum rate, what we call momentum flux, into the control volume through the left side face a dash will be equal to, we integrate this one. So integral 0 to delta rho u square b dy. So this is the momentum flux into the control volume through the left side face a dash. Integral 0 to delta rho u square b dy. Now we have to proceed and find out the momentum flux through the other faces as well. So momentum flux through b dash, just like we found out the mass flux through the right side face, we will use the same Taylor series expansion, ignoring the higher order terms, for writing down the expression for momentum flux through b dash. So momentum flux through b dash will be equal to momentum flux through a dash, that left side face, plus that incremental part over the distance dx. So momentum flux through a dash plus the incremental change over the distance dx. So if you add the two, then you will get the momentum flux through the right side face b dash. That's what we are going to do next. So this is that idea. Momentum flux through b dash will be equal to momentum flux through a dash plus dou by dou x of momentum flux through a dash over the length dx. So momentum flux through a dash, we already found out integral 0 to delta rho u square b dy. Now that plus dou by dou x of the same momentum flux, that is integral 0 to delta rho u square into b dy over the infinitesimal distance dx. So now we got the momentum flux through the right side face also. Let it be equation number 5. Now we have to get the momentum flux through the top face. For the top phase, we need not take a difference, just like in the case of mass flux, we did that, we took a difference because of the mass balance. But here, essentially, the rate of change of momentum or the change in momentum flux we need to find out. So, the momentum flux through the phase A dash B dash, that is top phase, will be mass flux through the top phase multiplied by flow velocity. So, here we have an important thing to note. See, while the flow enters through the top phase, see, the velocity will be same as that of free stream velocity, because the flow is from outside to inside the boundary layer. So, outside you have the free stream velocity. So, this m dot A dash B dash multiplied by free stream velocity will be equal to the momentum flux through the phase A dash B dash, through the top phase. So, here you have that m dot, capital M dot represents momentum flux through A dash B dash, that is the top phase, that will be equal to mass flux. See, the mass flux small m dot A dash B dash is this one, we already found out, dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta rho u b dy into dx. This much is the mass flux through A dash B dash, which we found out from the mass balance, then multiplied by the flow velocity. The flow velocity through the top phase, as the flow enters the boundary layer from outside, definitely will be equal to the free stream velocity. So, that's why we multiply this mass flux through A dash B dash, mass flux through A dash B dash multiplied by flow velocity u infinity. So, you will get momentum flux through A dash B dash is equal to dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta rho u infinity into b dy into dx. You can do that because u infinity is a constant, so it can be taken inside the integral. So, being a constant, you can take u infinity inside the integral or the derivative. So, ultimately you will get the momentum flux through A dash B dash, that will be equal to, that is the top phase, that is dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta rho u infinity b dy into dx. Let it be equation number 6. See, now we got the momentum flux through the three phases under consideration, that is left side phase A dash, right side phase B dash, and the top phase A dash B dash, out of which the momentum flux in, that will be through the left side phase and the top phase, and the momentum flux out of the control volume, that is through B dash, that is right side phase. Now, we will apply Newton's second law of motion. It says rate of change of momentum of the fluid in the context here, that will be equal to the net force applied or net force causing the change in momentum. So, the rate of change of momentum, in fact, here it is a loss in momentum flux as the flow proceeds through the boundary layer. So, the rate of change of momentum, in fact, that is equal to the momentum flux into the control volume minus momentum flux out of the control volume. In fact, that is loss in momentum flux. So, what you can write? So, into the control volume you have through the left side phase and the top phase. So, m dot A dash plus m dot A dash B dash, that is capital letter M. We are talking about momentum flux, momentum influx, that is expressions 4 and 6, 4 plus 6, and that is the total momentum influx, that is into the control volume, and then momentum flux out of the control volume, that is m dot B dash, that is flux out of control volume given by expression 5 over here. So, now we will try to find out the rate of change of momentum of flow through the control volume, that is expression 4 plus 6 minus 5. So, just substitute over here the expressions we obtained earlier. So, what you can notice, we have now 4 terms in this, 3 expressions, m dot A dash plus m dot A dash B dash, that is momentum flux in, then minus momentum flux out of the control volume is m dot b b dash. So when you subtract it, this integral 0 to delta rho u square b dy, here you have plus and minus common, so you can cancel them out, and what remains is this the second term dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta rho u infinity b dy into dx minus the last term here. See, because of negative sign outside the bracket, that will be minus. So minus dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta rho u square b dy into dx. See, out of this what is common? See, this rho is common, u infinity, no, we don't take it out, but b, it is u infinity is not there in common at present, b is common, and dx outside, see, this is also common. So rho b dx you can take out. See, that can be done because all these parameters rho b and dx, they are all constants. So you can take rho b into dx outside the integral, outside the derivative also, partial derivative. So rho b into dx into, so what you can do is dou by dou x of integral, on the first term integral 0 to delta u into u infinity remains, and the second term you just have integral 0 to delta u square dy, and because you have taken out rho b and dx out. So this is the expression you will get for the rate of change of momentum of flow through the control volume. Let it be equation number 7. So this rate of change of momentum of flow through the control volume must be equated with the net force causing this change of momentum. So the net force causing this change in momentum flux is actually the wall shear force alone, because we are not considering the pressure gradients. So we will consider the wall shear stress that is acting on the surface AB now. See, the wall shear stress AB multiplied by that shearing area. The shearing area, if you consider this diagram, you will understand clearly. See, the shearing area for the control volume, that is, we say AB, and AB is actually this bottom rectangle of the 3D sketch shown over here, that is A1, A, B, B1. See, this bottom surface, and that area, what is that area? The flow is in contact with this solid surface over this area within the control volume. So the area is B into dx, that is a shearing area. So shear stress at the wall, that is tau wall multiplied by the shearing area. So tau 0 into the shearing area is B dx. See, that is actually the net force causing the change in momentum flux given by equation 7. So if you equate these two, so you will get the required von Karman momentum integral equation. So you will get von Karman momentum integral equation by equating these two, 7 and 8. So let us equate them. On the left hand side you have tau 0 into B dx. On the right hand side you have rho B dx into the term contained within this bracket. See, out of them, now we have B dx, out of these two terms, B dx is common. So you can cancel them out, and then rho can be brought to the left hand side. So tau 0 divided by rho, that is equal to, on the right hand side you have this partial derivative. So dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta u small u into u infinity minus u square into dy. Let it be equation number 9. And now what we will do is, for simplification, we will divide both sides by u infinity square. U infinity is free stream velocity. So this is equation number 9 we obtained now, divided by rho u infinity divide by u infinity square on both sides. So left hand side will become tau 0 by rho into u infinity square. On the right hand side, now this term, this partial derivative term divided by u infinity square. U infinity square is a constant, so you can take it inside the partial derivative as well as inside the integral. So inside the integral, when you take it, you distribute the denominator. So on the right hand side, now you have dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta, then u infinity by u infinity square minus second term u square by u infinity square, then into dy. Now 1 u infinity will be cancelled from the first term. So the simplified expression now will be dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta u by u infinity minus u square by u infinity into dy. Now within these two terms, from these two terms you can take u by u infinity common. So what do you get? On the right hand side, dou by dou x of integral 0 to delta u by u infinity into 1 minus u by u infinity into dy. You are very much familiar with the term inside the integral. See that the integrand here 0 to delta u by u infinity into 1 minus u by u infinity into dy, that is actually theta, representing momentum thickness of the boundary layer, an important parameter for the boundary layer that accounts for the loss in momentum due to the boundary layer formation. The distance by which the solid boundary must be displaced in order to compensate for the reduction of momentum due to the boundary layer formation, that is theta. And that theta is equal to integral 0 to delta u by u infinity into 1 minus u by u infinity into dy. So if you replace this integrand by theta, then you will get a very simple expression, tau 0 divided by rho u infinity square on the left hand side, that is equal to right hand side, it is dou by dou x of theta, that is dou theta by dou x. Remember, x is along the direction of flow or the length of the plate over which, or the direction in which the flow takes place, and y is normal to the plate. So tau 0 is the wall shear stress and theta is the momentum thickness and u infinity is the free stream velocity. This letter small letter u is the velocity of the fluid layer at a distance small y from the stationary solid boundary or solid surface. So if you are given the velocity profile u by u infinity, then you will be in a position to find out the momentum thickness theta in terms of boundary layer thickness delta. So once you get the momentum thickness, you can substitute over here in the von Karman momentum integral equation. Tau 0 by rho u infinity square is equal to dou theta by dou x. And once you get this differential equation, you can integrate the same and then find out the wall shear stress. And subsequently you can have the local skin friction coefficient imposed by the solid body and also the coefficient of drag